You look around and try and see anything. You do notice on the shelves there are jars with, you know, dried mushrooms, powdered mushrooms, some herbs. Nothing really out of the ordinary. And then you like look closer and you notice that sort of in the back there are also a few jars with like different kinds of snakes and toads like put in alcohol. But the thing that most really stands out is there is sort of a side door that like leads to another part of the house, and that door looks a lot sturdier than the other doors, and also it has a big, heavy iron padlock on it.
So yeah.
Nope, just chicken sounds.
Hi.
But some of the chicken sounds almost sound like laughing. Like it's still a sound a chicken can perceivably make.
Yeah.
But it's
Is it like in the laughter pattern, like a human would laugh? Or something?
Yes, exactly. Yep. As if a human would laugh, but making chicken noises instead of laughter.
Cast that in the meantime. I want to understand the chicken.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go.
Okay, I need to read something up. Give me a second.
Not to interrupt, sorry.
Weirdly enough, the spell doesn't seem to work. You don't seem to be able to understand the chicken, which is very strange.
Bad ideas.
This is a trap. This place is wrong. This place shouldn't exist. We should burn it.
Shadows?
I'm gonna slowly like walk up to the jars and with the snakes and everything in them and just like look inside and... Might I ask what you use these for?
She like looks over and she laughs and she says, well, some of them I still use for the ritual that I have to perform each year to keep this place safe. The rest are just remnants of what my mother and her mother left. The little one really likes them. She likes to look at them, so I'm keeping them around. She's very fascinated by them. She likes animals in general.
Right.
Why? Do you need any?
No, of course. I'm just very curious about you, of course. You are a very attractive woman after all.
She just shakes her head and she says, well, I'm sorry to tell you, I have no interest in any sort of men of any kind.
Oh, that's fine. I just thought I'd flatter you, did.
That's kind, but you really don't have to.
I'm gonna like pick up one of the apples and start like walking around the room, take a bite out, and just slowly like glance around and see if I can take a look at the door a little bit more.
Yeah. She doesn't actually pay you too much of a mind. She's more focused on getting the pie right. And she's, fussing about in the kitchen. And so you have a chance to get a good look at the door. Really, the only thing out of the ordinary about that door is that everything about it seems a bit too sturdy. the hinges are a bit too big. The lock is oversized. It's been made out of like thick oak wood. It seems rather heavy and sturdy.
Is it
But otherwise perfectly normal.
larger than her size? Like, much larger than her size?
No, size-wise, it still perfectly fits in the house.
What's in this door?
She looks up and she sees the door. And she says, "Oh, that's where I keep all of my mother's stuff."
You still have all your mother's things?
Yeah, I just never threw it away. It's spellcasting ingredients and just a bunch of stuff that I figure is probably really expensive, and also a bunch of stuff that I'm fairly certain is dangerous, so I keep it locked up to make sure the little one doesn't wander in.
Right. So... You're not a sorcerer. Your mother was a sorcerer or knew about magic?
She frowns and she says, I don't know what exactly she was. She just knew about magic. She was very good at casting spells. So was her grandmother. We have a gift of magic in our family, I believe my mother once said.
Oh, I can tell, yeah. Very proficient indeed. Well, I don't think I have anything else really to say there, dear.
Well, that's a shame. Do you want to stay for the pie? You're more than welcome.
You mind if I invite some friends?
Not at all. Are they around?
Of course.
She looks at you and she says, "Oh, did you leave them? Were you worried? You left them outside as a backup, didn't you?"
No, of course not. They're just at camp.
I mean, right. I mean, that would be a smart thing to do. I do realize that we kind of look out of place here.
Yes.
But many things are strange in the marshes.
Yes, they are.
But there's no need to worry. No harm will come to you as long as you behave yourself.
That sentence there makes me worried, dear.
She laughs and she says, "Well, you're free to leave anytime. You're free to bring your friends. If you want, you can spend the night here. We do have a few beds upstairs that are free."
Well, I think I'll just take my leave then. But thank you very much for offering.
Of course. If you need anything, don't hesitate to come by. Just, could you do me a favor and not go around telling everyone about this place? While it is nice to have sometimes company, I would prefer to, you know, keep to myself. I don't want bad people to learn about this place and come by.
Of course.
People like us.
I wouldn't do that to such an attractive woman. You seem very innocent, and I wouldn't want to ruin your peace.
She just gives you a look of like confusion of what are you trying to, like, what are you saying? And then she just nods and she says, "That is very kind of you. Thank you."
Alright, I guess I'll just leave.
Alright.
It will scream any minute.
I want to go outside and shift some of the rune stones and see what happens.
I mean, the rune stones are like buried in. They're pretty, like, you would... It would require quite some effort to shift them.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
If you want, you can do that. No problem. But it's not like you can just kick them over with your foot.
I might just go up to Boris and ask if he can use the spell magic on some of the runes.
Good. But that's my last third level spell slot. I used one on Revivify and I'm still not sure if I should have counted it. But I did.
Alright.
You don't count that one. You don't have to count Revivify.
I will approach them first and just let them know that there is a highly attractive woman inside and she's baking pie. Everything is very clean. Apparently her mother and her mother's mother used to live here. She found this kid that she now basically treats as her daughter. But something doesn't seem right.
Yeah? I don't know what exactly.
Why'd you go in?
There was a
thinking
daughter,
the same thing.
mother, grandmother. Does any of them have a father? Or grandfather?
Not that I know of.
Doesn't make much sense.
No, it doesn't.
I'm telling you, this place is unholy. We must burn it.
Well, I thought
That's a
maybe
witch.
if there's any illusion going on, these runes would be holding it.
I mean, look over there. Look at the chickens.
Yeah, you look at the chicken that the girl is still playing with. As a ranger, you're kind of surprised it didn't instantly hit you, but you were a bit distracted by the weirdness of everything else. Yeah, that is not a normal chicken. That does not act like a normal chicken. Not at all.
She did point to the fact that there was some cultists in these lands and they opened up a portal to the abyss. Now, I'm a little worried that whatever this lady is, if she is anything apart from what she seems to be, it might have come from that portal.
Well, just to say, I told you this place is unholy.
Exactly, so we should investigate further.
But is that what we came here for?
No, it's not. But, you know. Curiosity killed the cat.
Getting sidetracked is what adventurers do.
There's a mystery afoot, and we must solve it, gang.
Exactly.
What do you think, Scooby?
Ruby? What do you think, Boris? Do you think it would do anything? Or do you think I'm just being a fool?
Oh, I don't know. You are drunk always, or most of the time. You might find anyone super attractive.
By all means, walk in. She knows you're here.
Don't do it.
How so?
Oh, I let her know.
Damn it, the cover's blown.
I had to try and see if I could see anything that, you know, might change her face. But she's very good at hiding herself.
That the girl has stopped playing and is sort of like looking over to you guys. Like looking very curious. Both, you know, still a bit scared, but also very curious.
I'll like look at her like she's still might be like some sort of illusion. Or little goblin, just like Stolgik mentioned.
Boris, focus.
You're the only one who sees pretty things here. How am I not focused?
Oh my god.
Alright, dispel magic. Look, I'll prove you. Should I use it? Do you want me to use it?
That's the only thing I have in mind. Anything else, I don't know. There is a giant door inside with a giant lock in it that seems completely out of place, but I could not see a key. And apparently it holds all of her mother's things, which, once again, I really don't believe.
He keeps her mother locked inside the house.
No, you buffoon. Her mother's goods, tomes, whatever they might be.
Might
wanna-
be the mother.
I just want to quickly look around this property and maybe I'll find to see if there are any graves.
No. Actually, now that you think about it, not a single one. Just a lot of gardens.
Sir,
What do you think happened to
could I
her
trouble you
mother?
for a glass of warm
She
milk?
disappeared.
It helps put me to sleep.
You could
She's
trouble
the
me for a
chicken.
warm glass of
Shut the
I
hell
put
up.
money on it. She's the chicken.
Now you
would
will go
agree
to
with
sleep,
him.
or I will put you to sleep.
Shadows,
Check out
give
the
me a
name
perception
tag.
check real
You're in
quick.
my world now, Grandma.
Oh,
Oh dear.
Ish.
That girl is not a human girl.
What
that
is she?
girl is an elf.
I'm preparing a warhammer to smash one of the stones. And spell magic.
You're gonna say the kid.
Do you want to cast Dispel Magic on one of the stones?
Well, judging by the way that Janice is looking at the kid, I'll wait a second, see what he'll do. The woman is a human, right?
Yes.
And the child is an elf.
An elven child.
Yeah. She looks just like you, only less drunk.
A lot more pretty.
I didn't say that.
I'm gonna start walking back inside very slowly.
The house?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you notice the kid sort of watch you, but she's keeping her distance, like she doesn't approach you or anything. And the chicken is also watching you, actually.
I'm gonna follow Janice, but I'll stay behind the door. I'm not gonna enter the house.
You're not gonna enter the house. Storge,
I'm just-
what are you doing? There are now 2 people inside of the ominous circle.
I'm staying out.
Alright.
Just gonna watch her.
Karis,
Ah, you're back. Oh, is that your friend? Hello. Nice to meet you. I'm Garrus.
I'm not saying anything. I'm just facing my back towards the door. I'm looking outside,
Okay. Sure.
not letting anyone in.
Did you forget anything? Is there anything you need?
where did you find that girl, Karis?
Out in the marshes. She was wandering around, half starved to death.
How long ago?
About
So you said
2,
about
3
ago.
years.
2 or 3?
I believe it's 3 years. I'm not quite sure, honestly. I don't pay that much attention to time.
You know where she comes from?
No,
He hasn't said.
she hasn't said no. She doesn't. I don't think she knows where she's from.
Mind if I have a chat with her?
No, not at all. And she like sort of like leans out of the window, and she yells, "Ayla, can you come in real quick?" And the girl like stops staring at Stolgeg and just sort of looks around and just comes running in. The chicken stays outside and sort of goes back to the chicken pen. And the girl comes in and runs to her mother, still, sort of hiding behind her. And she says, "Yeah?" And Caris, looks at her and she smiles and she says, "This man would like to talk to you. Is that alright?" And she nods and looks at you.
I'm gonna kneel down and just look Ayla in the eyes and kind of show my hand like I'm gonna handshake her and just tell her I'm Janice. I just need
she looks
to.
at you. Sorry. Yeah.
I just want to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
She looks at your hands, like she looks a bit confused, and Carrie's like sort of whispers to her, you know, "That's a great thing. You're supposed to shake it." And she takes your hand and she shakes it, and she says, "I'm Ayla. You also have pointy ears, like me. Are you also an
Yes.
elf?"
I am. Just like you.
What do you want to know?
Your mother here says that she found you, yes?
Mm-hmm. She saved me. I was really hungry and she gave me food. And a place to sleep.
Do you
It's
remember
very
where you
nice
came
here,
from?
I like it. She frowns. And she just shakes her head. No.
Do you remember if there were a lot of other elves around? Do you know what
There
happened?
was my real mother and my real father. But I don't know where they are. I remember just going into the woods to play. And then suddenly I was here.
Play with your mother or by yourself?
With my friends. We were
What
playing
happened in
hide
the
and
woods?
seek. I don't know. Suddenly it was really foggy and I couldn't see, so I did what my mom always told me, which was to, if I can't see, I need to stay where I am and not move, and I did, but they never came to get me. I just, suddenly everything was different and smelled weird, and I was here.
And you remember nothing of your mother?
A little bit. I remember she was very tall. And I remember that unlike Carrie, she couldn't cook at all. It was always our dad that had to cook. Because she would burn everything. She was really bad at it. But she had a beautiful singing voice. When she sang, everyone listened.
Well, I guess that counts for something, doesn't it?
She just nods.
You don't
Are you
remember...
from there?
From where?
From where all the elves are. From where I used to be. Do you know how to get there?
That's what I'm trying to find out, dear. I do know where it is, yes. But I don't think we want to go back there right now. Not a very nice place anymore.
Oh.
That.
She sort of looks disappointed. I would like to go back there. It was very nice. It was very different. It never got really dark like it gets here. It was always sunny.
Peaceful, yes.
She nods.
I'm curious. Before you were playing hide and seek, did anything around you in your environment change? Or not on the day, but the weeks prior.
She really starts thinking, and she just shakes her head and she says, "No, it was like always. Everything like always. Purple trees, blue grass, everything like it's always been. All the animals were the same, all my friends were the same. I mean, nothing ever changes there. If you want change, you have to go somewhere else. But
You are
here,
correct.
everything always changes. It's really strange."
Even here in this hut.
She nods. And she says, sometimes the trees don't have fruit. Karis told me that there's seasons. I've never seen seasons. Also, Shadows, this does not at all sound like your hometown. Your hometown was very much...
Yeah. Well, I don't think I am from your home, but something similar. Except
I would like to go home one day, but Gary says I'm still too young to go out. But
Well.
when I get older, I wanna find my home.
well, I'm sure your lovely mother here will take you someday, right, Karis?
Karis just nods, and she says, yeah, but I would like her to be a bit older. Alright, Boris goes exploring the orchard. There's not just apple trees, there's also some trees with plum and just a bunch of other fruits.
Just want to check out any of the fruits, like apple tree, for example. Just knock one of the apples with a warhammer
Alright.
and just closely inspect it. Like, how can this grow here? Must taste awful. Like, so break it in two.
Yeah, it looks perfectly normal. If you were to taste it, it tastes like a normal apple. The only thing you do notice that is a little bit strange, but maybe not considering the place they're in, there are no like insect bites or anything. The apples are like perfectly healthy, which is probably because there are no insects really around.
I'm surprised not seeing it. Half of a worm in an apple after a bite.
Nope, not at all. Nope, they are nice and juicy and tasty. They're a bit sour, but not in a bad way.
Alright.
Stolgig. Sorry.
Hmm.
How is life outside in the horrible swamp? You see you see Boris walk over to the apple tree, like taking a bite out of one of them. Janice, the door is still open. Like Janice is talking to a very pretty lady and the small elf child. What are you doing? Just sitting there watching?
I'm assuming they're both being hexed. So I would like to, if possible. How close is that chicken coop to the border? Am I able to sneak around the border of this orchard thing without going inside?
No.
Damn.
No. If you want to go to the chicken coop, you will need to go inside
Okay.
of the border.
How much of a sprint is it to get to the chicken coop, grab the chicken, and get back out?
It's not a big distance, but you do notice that the chicken didn't actually go back into the coop. It's still outside. It's sort of, if you had to put it in wood, it looks like it's just chilling in the sun. And it's still kind of watching you, like it's sort of looking in your direction.
Can I still speak with animals?
Sure, you can still speak with animals.
Sick, I'm gonna yell from outside the circle like, hey chicken! Come over here!
Everyone will hear this, I'm just telling you.
It's
If
fine.
you yell, everyone will hear this.
Everyone knows I'm here already.
Alright, sure.
But you don't know who else is here.
Yeah, the chicken sort of gets up, like looks at the house, shrugs, and starts to walk towards you. Like,
Sick.
slowly, but like curiously, like tilting its head, like...
I'm gonna grab a ration and be like, yeah.
The warhammer. The axe on the hand.
Give...
No.
Let me... Oh, fucking hell. Okay, yeah, the chicken, very much, like, it sees the food, and it's... That's all you had to say, man, and it starts to run towards you. I don't know if you're paying attention, but you do notice that Karis is sort of